This was incredibly high quality.
There's an incredible array of artists, both known and unknown, and some surprises, you know.
I think it's a really good group of artists that are pushing just a little bit, but are very, very much tied to who they are as individuals and as artists.
The Eiteljorg Museum's collection of Native American contemporary fine art has been called the greatest in the world. Its fellowship, now in its 10th year, has granted more than $500,000 directly to artists, unrestricted, adding to its permanent collection more than 125 art pieces by 30 artists.
If you were to say to me, make something that looks Native American, and what would I do? And I see something, it's like, well, I'd probably take a feather, wrap it around a rock with a piece of leather, or something, ridiculous like that.
Indian art is so much more than Indians and feathers and beads and all that stuff.
The work that we did select today is much more sophisticated in what it has to say about, issues pertinent to the Native American community that rise above those kinds of generic, markers.
The Tlingit Indians in southeast Alaska have I guess it's a legend of Salmon Woman, and they put the Salmon Woman at the head of every fish stream. They depended on salmon for their livelihood and existence. So they put a beautiful woman at the head of each stream, and the salmon couldn't resist.
I see this wonderful new and fresh blending of very important traditionally held value systems, but really incorporated with media and tools that we can't even envision right now.
In our communities, we give away blankets to honor people for being witness to important life events, and it's as much of an honor then to give a blanket away as it is to receive one. In this gesture, one of the things for me with the column is it relates to the Seneca and Iroquois creation story with Sky Woman, that gesture between sky and earth.
Every other year, an independent jury selects 5 contemporary fine artists and recommends 1 distinguished artist. Each receives an honorarium of $20,000.
I think that there's a real need for what the Eiteljorg is doing now. There's a real need for encouragement of contemporary artists who are out there on a limb.
For me, it was a big opportunity. I was able to take a year off to sit back and think about where my art is and where it's going. So if I hadn't got this money, I wouldn't have had that opportunity.
Members of the jury are art critics, historians, curators, or artists prominent in contemporary fine art.
I think the quality of the artists that we chose is so high that they deserve to be part of the international circuit, because it is an international circuit of contemporary art.
So there was lots of very beautiful work, incredibly rich, detailed, handcrafted, very skilled artists.
We didn't know who the artists were, where they came from, sort of geographically, gender, like nothing. So it was based only and completely on the quality and excitement of their work.
Every other year, close to 100 artists apply.
It's a gut reaction. Initially, it has to be, because you're looking at so many slides. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. Boom, boom, wow. So then we mark it down, that one that made you go, wow.
You have to really look at the pieces and think about what they're doing, what they're saying, and the quality of the work.
It's not so generational. There are some younger, less recognized artists, and then others who have achieved greater recognition.
So we've seen what was, and what is, but we're looking for what's coming.